Hi, everyone. Welcome to our very last launch event of the year. Exciting, but also sad. So, if you've made it to the end of 2024, congratulations. Congratulations. I can't talk. Just, this is probably going to happen during this whole time. So you just ignore me. So before we start and we start replaying everything that happened at DSE 2024, because after all, that is why you are here, I want to just go over our platform shortly and very quickly with you. Chances are, if you are joining this event, you have joined other ones from this year and years before. So I won't spend a ton of time on this, but I will quickly say that if you can see me and hear me, that's great. That's the important part. That is the live window, and you can change the stream quality at the bottom right, clicking that gear. So if you want to see me blurrier, sharper, that is up to you, what you pick, but that you can do at the bottom right by clicking that gear. Directly below that is where you are going to answer the polls. And that is very important to me because that is how I am gauging what particular pieces of the content during this event that you are engaging with, enjoying. It helps me as I continue to develop more and more events for next year. Directly to my right, if you have questions for me, for Gary, for anything or anyone today that you want me to address on this live stream, please put those in there. And then directly below that, you will see our networking chat. This is where you can direct message each other. You can direct message me, multiple other members of the rAVe team, and you can also talk to each other like I just did now. So continuing on, you can see the information about me and Gary. If you click on either of our names, you can connect with us on LinkedIn. And if you keep scrolling, you will see full episodes of rAVe TV that we did from the DSE show floor. I'm going to play a couple clips from that, but of course, those are the full episodes where you see all of the people that I found on the DSE show floor and interviewed. Of course, brought David Drain on. And if you want to see any of that, those can be watched on both of those episodes. Those are probably each 20 to 30 minutes. And then as you continue on, we have a YouTube playlist, and that is all of the product videos that we got from the DSE show floor. We got just about everybody, anyone, unless they did not want to do that. So if you want to see all of those videos, there are about 50 to 55 of them. Those are all at the very bottom. So that is how to use this platform. Before we continue on, I did want to say that DSE was honestly a really great show. I know that there has been a lot of whisperings about wasn't it a smaller show? Yes, it was a smaller show, but I don't think DSE was pretending like it was Infocom or ISE. It was a smaller show, but it was a good show. I'm not going to lie to you. I had a great time. Honestly, I always have a great time at this show because I feel like it is naturally a little bit more about the people and the connections that you make. And honestly, trying to network and connect with other people at Infocom and ISE can be very overwhelming for me. Yes, I am an extrovert and I do love that, but it's hard to just like go up to a random person and introduce yourself and network with them. But I have so much of an easier time with that at DSE, on this show floor, at all of the wonderful networking events and mixers that the QuestX team put together, and also at the XUSC event. That is my favorite networking event of the year. And I had a great time. I got to sit down at a table with a beer and just talk to anyone who walked by, and it was so low stress and literally was great. And so then I will also talk about DSE next year. It's not going to be in November or December. It's actually going to be October 17th through 19th, I think the dates are, in San Diego. So if you want more information about that, we put the whole release on rAVe Pubs. But of course, go to DSE's website if you want more information on that. It's going to be a little bit more like conference style. So I think that they're moving in a new direction, and I think that that is going to be very exciting to see for next year. So before we continue on, I think that I always start these events by showing you guys a little bit of what the show floor looked like before we really hammer down and focus on particular products and trends. So I'm going to show you guys a clip of my show floor tour. Of course, the full one can be viewed at ravepubs.com during those episodes of rAVe TV. If you scroll down, you can watch those. But here is a clip of what the show floor looked like on day 2, right after opening. Hey everybody, here at DSE 2024 for another impromptu episode of rAVe TV. This is day 2 of the show, so it just opened. Yesterday was packed and crazy, so as always with the day 2 of shows, I think this one's going to be like a little less foot traffic, but that means I'm going to get a lot more product videos today. So it all ends up well. I did want to talk about a few of the trends that I've noticed on the show floor. The first one is definitely intersection of art and information sharing. I'm seeing a lot of the digital signage and like experiential companies here on the show floor working on ways to make their installations very beautiful and incorporate art in a lot of different ways, from YouTube 360, from Google Arts and Culture, all of those different types of things, but also integrating that with wayfinding or information sharing about here's, if it's in retail, like here are the products and here's what's going on. But then also on the next, showing it and making it a little more artistic. I think it's hard to do both, and I think that is what a lot of the companies are focusing on here on the show floor. A lot of CMS companies on the show floor, it's a little bit of a split. There are some companies that are like, here we make LED panels, but then there are other ones that are all about CMS and content and how you do that. And also a few companies that do tracking of here's how you track who has seen what. I'm going to talk about Blue Zoo in a second, and they're one of the ones who do it, but do it in a really cool way. So yeah, that's a little bit about what I have noticed on the show floor. We had the DSE Awards last night. SNA Displays over here, they took home a bunch. But we also had a few different companies. Detail ED, is that who is it? Detail LED took home one. And yeah, so a lot of companies that you would expect to take home some. I think Moment Factory took home a big one for, I think, one of their airport installations that was really beautiful. But yeah, so a lot of good things. We'll be posting that press release on ravepubs.com as soon as I get it in my hands. But yeah, let's give you guys a look at the show floor a little bit. So I mentioned content, and Screen Feed Content is one of those companies that really does that. So as you can see, this is their booth. They have a lot going on here today. Hi, everyone.
We have a lot going on here today.
Yeah, we do. I'm putting it into the universe. So they can make the content on your digital signage display look really, really nice. They have a lot of templates. It's supposed to make it really, really easy for you. And they can easily pull in Reuters, AP News, weather, whether you want it in a graphic or radar, company stock. So what they do is they make it really easy for a company who maybe does not specialize in digital signage content and making it look good. They make that process really easy for you. So they're a cool company. Yeah. So next up we have Blue Zoo. Blue Zoo is really cool because they do people counting when you walk into a store. If they have this, it actually tracks it by pinging your mobile device, but it doesn't take any extra or unnecessary data from you. So that's the really great thing about them, is they are really focused on privacy while also basically telling the store or whoever has this is how many people that have gotten in front of a certain piece of signage or in your store or whatever. So let's talk about Bluefin for a second. So they do digital displays. They do a lot of touch ones. I can show you a little bit about them really quick. So the cool thing about Bluefin is they're compatible with BrightSign built in, Intel, and also Android. And they do this because they have a lot of customization available. So let's say if you put an order in and you order, this is a low number, but 20 displays, and you say, I want half BrightSign, half Intel, they can do that and do that pretty quickly for you. They're also available in a ton of sizes. So this is the range. Like, they can basically do virtually anything you want, but I think the customization of BrightSign versus Intel versus Android is what really makes them cool and different. So let's continue on. We have And again, that was just a clip of the show floor. So if you want to see the full walkthrough, you can watch both of those on the rAVe TV episodes if you scroll down. And also, I'm not going to show you any of those interviews that I did during the show today, but all of those are included on those episodes as well. So you can scroll down. And of course, if you want to see the full shebang, you can go to our DSE microsite, which is ravepubs.com/DSE. Okay. So let's continue on because I would like to show you guys a few videos, a few product videos. That's why you're here, right? You want to talk about the coolest products, the coolest trends, the coolest things I saw. And that is what I'm very excited to show you. So this first one is from Screen Solutions. And a lot of these are, okay, these are not random. These are winners of, a lot of these are winners of our Best of DSE awards as well, which is what I like to do. And by the way, those awards are live. I'm going to have our team drop that in the chat so you can look at the full list. But yes, so this is from Screen Solutions. This is a transparent OLED wall that's fully interactive with 40 points of touch. And this is the winner of our best indoor LED display at DSE. So check this out.
This is Robert Kraus with Screen Solutions at DSE 2024, showing off our transparent OLED walls. So this is a 2x2 of 55-inch transparent OLEDs. This is also fully interactive, giving you the ability to drive the experience that you'd like. This has 40 points of touch and embedded i7, one button turn on and off. Like most of our systems, it's made to be user-friendly on the setup and delivery side. So we have these in 2x2, 2x3, 2x4. We also do transparent OLEDs in 30-inch, 55-inch, and 77-inch. And for more information, you can go to ssidisplays.com.
Okay, so this next product is from TSI Touch, and this is, I wanted to include like at least one accessory here too, and this is the Defender solution, and this was actually in the DSF booth, but this is a protection for large DV LED displays. So as you can see, it's very big. They make this in multiple sizes, 136 to 80 inch, but they also have a pro version with like full customization options. So if you have like a oddly shaped DV LED, but you really want like a custom protective solution that protects against like weather impact, but also provides that access for cleaning, this is your product. So I'm glad that I got to include this here. The next one is another winner. This is a reflective LCD outdoor digital signage product. So this is from Sun Vision Display. It comes in 24, 32, and 43-inch options. So the cool thing about this is it has really great sunlight readability because there is absolutely no backlight. They actually have a reflective layer in the panel that has, so there's that portion, but it also is ultra low power. So if basically you can have digital signage in areas where that was not an option because of power options or wattage, whatever you want. So this was our best outdoor display because I thought that that was super creative. And a cool thing about this company is people reached out to them and they were like, I love what you make, but I actually have eye problems or I had brain surgery and I actually need something like this in my home. So they make home displays like this too. And they brought those to DSE. And I did tell them that they should go to CEDIA Expo and show those displays there. So yeah, they have really, really cool stuff. And I was really happy to be able to give them this award. The next one is from the Illuminati, and it's not that one that maybe has Beyonce and also Al Roker in it. This is a display. This is like kind of like they kind of do end to end. So they do hardware, but they also do work with really great people for content, and these are the coolest like displays I've ever seen. So this one that we're about to show you is the Geodome Compass, which has omnidirectional fisheye projection for digital signage, but also for art, for information sharing, because you can put a globe on it to look like that it spins, but you can also have like really cool interactive art on it too. So we're going to show you this video next.
Hi there, Hillary McVicker with the Illuminati again. This time we are taking a look at our Geodome Compass. So this is the newest application of our OmniFocus fisheye projection. So the fisheye projector The fisheye lens, the projector, the computer, and audio are all integrated with this hemisphere with this nice elegant frame. So it's a really compact installation that's nice and simple to install, but still profound way to experience spherical and 360 content. World Viewer, our CMS, is what we're using to put together tours of the world on Google Earth Studio, VR art pieces, historical explorations of maps and culture, and all kinds of other cool stuff. So we can have content that's pre-rendered, or we can do interactivity with a touchscreen or tablet, or even gesture-driven content with some applications on the Compass. So we're pretty excited about seeing where this can go in enterprise and hospitality. It's great for lobby displays with a nice bright projector with really good colors, and just excited to see what the applications emerge for it. So if you want to find out more about this one, come to our website, which is illuminati.com.
And because that product is so cool and so versatile in terms of the type of content you can show on it and all of the things you can do with it and all of the places you can put that, one of their most famous is there's a case study on their website where they actually installed this onto a floor in a museum. So this is the winner of our best signage hardware. And we're very, very thrilled to give that to them. And so the next product, this is from Wallboard, and this is a really cool demo of the SoundHound AI voice integration for digital signage. So check this out.
I'm John Macon here at DSE 2024 with Wallboard, and we are showing off multiple integrations and APIs. And one of the big ones we are showing off is with our SoundHound AI integration. With our Toast, we interface with Toast, so you can change your menus live. And with the SoundHound AI integration, it's able to replace a live attendant with an AI information. So it's going to come up here. It pulls up the order, so you can say, "Please, I'd like the classic cheeseburger," and make that a combo. And what our technology is doing with SoundHound technology is it can see what somebody is ordering, and if they have not yet ordered a dessert, it'll show a dessert on there and try to upsell the customer. For more information, you can visit us at wallboard.us.
Okay, so really, really love that demo, and that is another award winner, and that is the best new product you probably didn't see. Their stand was kind of tucked in one area on the show floor, so this does not mean that we always have a hard time explaining this category to people where we're like, is that an insult? No, it's not an insult. It just means that you maybe weren't the hugest booth on the show floor or the one that was like the most eye-catching, but you still had a really cool product. And this is the award that we give when we really want people to be able to see what was there. So next up, of course, we advertised that Gary Kayye was here. So why don't we bring him on?
All right, I think AI and digital signage is going to be a big deal, and I think that every signage company is going to take advantage of AI, and it's going to really make signage better. And I'll tell you why, Steph. I think AI and signage is a game changer because it is incredibly annoying how many digital signage systems are put in where the content never changes. So
Yeah.
The idea behind AI for me is the ability to automate that content change. So you're connecting to all the local restaurants, and anytime they change something on their website or anytime they change something on their menu, they have specials that automatically populates. You can populate the weather, you can populate, for that matter, any of the communications that a campus would have or a business would have or sporting events, as opposed to having to download widgets and design the screen with widgets, have AI do it automatically. So I wanted to pop in here, Steph, and ask some questions of you of DSE since you were actually there. I know the show was small, but my understanding from the brands that went, and I've talked to a few of them that came back and said, the show was small, but we are actually really excited about the direction the show is going. We definitely think it's better to be more as a conference than a show. Is that kind of the feeling you get too?
Yes. I think that was what was for sure echoed on the show floor. So yes, it was a smaller show, but what I heard from manufacturers, and trust me, I talked to a ton of them. I asked them their honest opinions about what they felt about the show. And a lot of them were like, yeah, this isn't Infocom, but because this isn't Infocom, I had more than 5 minutes to talk to any potential customers. So I actually was able to have longer and more in-depth conversations. So we're quite happy. And making this more of a conference first type, trade show, I think that will continue to allow that to happen for manufacturers who do come.
Yeah, and I think that focusing on education, I think, is the differentiator, because there are a lot of shows, and I think that you could still have I think it could be even like tabletop display kind of show stuff where you're showing only new stuff or new features or new functions. All right, so I have some other questions for you.
Okay.
LED compared to other technologies. Slowly, I've seen more and more LED on the DSE floor. Was it bigger this year, smaller? Because I'm curious with the acceleration of LED and the decline in price of LED, if it seems to make a difference, or still LCD the big one?
I would say I think I saw more LED than LCD at this show for sure. Of course, not a ton of DV LED, but I saw a little bit of OLED, which was like, a little bit of, I think one manufacturer, I think it was Screen Solutions, had a see-through OLED, display for like a window of a store.
For like window fronts.
Exactly. So I saw a little bit of OLED, but definitely saw more LED than anything else.
So what was the primary focus for this show? Retail signage? Or were people focusing on other segments of the market, like what's going on in healthcare? Or was it just all technology? Were they vertically market focused or just technology?
Just technology. Okay. I'm honestly so surprised by what I saw the most of, and what I saw the most of was more artistic signage for an art installation or a museum. I saw a ton of that. And people in their product videos have gotten really good about talking about what vertical market their products make sense for. And all the time I heard this would be great for a museum. This would be great for your art installation, for one of those, just for somewhere where you really want something to be beautiful. A corporate lobby, I heard a lot of. So yeah, I feel like those artsy kind of installations were the ones that I saw the most, at least in my section. But I will say another one I saw a lot of was restaurants.
Yeah. I think restaurant signage is going to become bigger and bigger. And I think we're seeing less front of house people in restaurants and more back of house. And more restaurants I go to are saying, scan a QR code for their menu. Yeah. So I think they're going to focus more on experiences rather than the food itself. I think the problem is you can get good food. I mean, interestingly enough, I think Outback makes great food, but they're not known as a steakhouse, right? You see what I'm saying? So the experience is going to be the focus there. So what was the coolest? What do you think was the not the best necessarily, but the coolest product that you saw, or something that you were like, wow, that knocked you off your feet a little bit?
Well, this company won a DSE award, and they also may or may not win a Best of DSE award from us. But this is a company called Ideum, and they made an interactive touch table. So, the table is an LED display.
Are we showing that? We could show that, right? Can we show that or not? We have to wait we can't show that right now. Okay. But it'll be shown a little later in the show or not?
It'll be shown, in the show.
Okay. All right, good.
Yeah. And it basically, based on what coaster you put down, can track what wine you want to try. It's been used in wineries, and you can drag, I want wine with notes of coffee and oak and chocolate, and then it'll find wines for you. But yes, this is the first interview this is the first thing we're going to play right after this interview.
There you go. Stay tuned for that. So that's the coolest. Now, which product do you think was the best product at the show?
Probably clear LEDs, micro mesh LED technology.
Yeah. I love that. That blew me away at ISE.
That blew me away because I don't think I got to see it very close up at ISE.
Yeah, we gave it an award at ISE, and I definitely think that is an interesting technology because I think
how did they make that?
Yeah, and I think that's what's cool about it, is that you don't to be immersive when it's on and be invisible when it's off is really nice. And I think I could be wrong though. I think the entrance of ISE used clear LED in the entrance. I think that was a version of it. So that I think is going to be a really cool product. And I think you're going to see other companies OEM this or have a version of this.
Yeah.
And then Steph, what if you could give any manufacturers who are exhibiting next year advice if you told them not to bring this one product? Is there a product you're like tired of seeing, you're tired of hearing about, that you're just sort of getting hackneyed over?
No, there wasn't anything that I was like, "Ugh, boring, don't bring that." But I did want to see more e-paper. Nobody brought any e-paper, and I was like, what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, you have Philips with e-paper, you have NEC or now Sharp with e-paper, you have e-ink has usually been at the show. They weren't at the show.
Was there. E-ink was
were?
one of the 2 e-papers that I saw.
Okay, so there wasn't as much as there had been in the past. I think also what's the other? Stratacache has a line of e-paper under the Scala brand as well. Were they at the show? Was Stratacache at the show?
No.
Okay. Stratacache kind of does their own thing now because they're so big. But well, great, awesome. Well, I'm excited to see the rest of the awards. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the broadcast. And I guess the next video we're going to show is actually that product you talked about, Steph.
Yeah, let's see this interactive touch table from Ideum.
So what you do is we're using our tangible engine technology with these coasters, which allows you to program different wines and different products into it. So in this case, you place down your coaster, inviting you to the interactive wine tasting. And the CMS on the back end is fully customizable so that wineries can add in their own information, add images, content, their wines. In this case, this one was built for the New Mexico Wine Association, so they're inviting you into their tasting. And it just walks you through a very simple wine tasting interactive and gives you a little bit more background on why you do things, why you want to look at the wine, why you swirl it, what you're looking for, to give you a little bit more information. But if you're a pro in all that, you can go ahead and skip the tips and go directly to the tasting wheel, which allows you to kind of see what flavors you are tasting in the wine, so you can spin it. So maybe.
Oh, I'm back. Hello, everyone. Okay, let's continue on. Isn't that product so cool? And it won, yes, both a DSE award and it won our best demo, because that demo was fantastic to watch, and they were a really cool company that I got to know a little bit more at DSE. So this next product, this one is the winner of our best signage software, and they've won our award before, but this is BlueZoo, and they are a really, really cool company because what they do is advanced audience analytics and insights, but they're also big on privacy, and there are not a ton of companies out there that really value both. They either value giving you information or they value privacy. But what BlueZoo does is they do it by pinging your phone, so that's how they see how much foot traffic something is getting. So yeah, I'm gonna let their CEO explain this a little bit better than I can. So watch this.
Who measures audiences for digital signage? We have our own small sensor that we can deploy with digital signage so that our customers are able to measure the number of impressions that their signage generates. In addition to our standalone sensors, our technology is also embedded in bright sign players and in screens manufactured by Bluefin, our partner who's exhibiting here with us to my right.
And then this next video is from Clear LED, and this is another big winner from us, but both best booth and best signage technology, because their booth was literally made out of their own mesh. So it was really cool to walk by. And they won best technology for the micro mesh poster. And this is just crazy. Please watch this video, and I don't even understand how they made this. So check this out.
It's called the Clear Micro Mesh Poster. As you can see here, it's an all-in-one solution, plug and play. It's integrated, has a floor stand, and it also can be standalone, suspended on the ceiling. It's a 1 meter wide and 2 meter high. The pixel pitch is 3.9 millimeters with a brightness of 4,000 nit. So making it ideal for storefront advertising with the stand of daylight visibility. The transparency is about 80%. We have a special design that we made the product very robust, and so I can put my hands on it and touch it. You won't damage the LED.
All right, so this next video is going to be from Navori Labs, so we can go ahead and start rolling this one, and this one, our best digital signage player. And this is Navori's latest Android player that incorporates digital signage, but also analytics. But if you know anything about Navori, they also have a full suite of digital signage software that leverages AI and incorporates it into its digital signage platform. So very cool, and very glad that they won that award. And the next one is going to be from Palmer Digital Group. This is the first time I think I had ever come into contact with this company, but they had a really, really cool outdoor back-to-back 55-inch kiosk that we're going to show you. And this comes in with touch or non-touch options. And it also comes single-sided, but this one was double-sided. They have cameras and speakers that can be added. And this one in particular was streaming in datacast, which was TV signals via antenna that like live streams information and downloads content, but was playing it back on a playlist. It was crazy, and I don't super understand how that works. I know it has something to do with not Wi-Fi being better somehow with an antenna, but it was very cool. And this was, yes, our best kiosk of the show. And the last video I have to show you is from HD Distributing, and this is our best digital signage panel. This is its SBC brand. This is a 0.7 millimeter chip on board DV LED display. Did of course see some DV LED on the show floor, but this one was of course my very favorite one that I saw. So congratulations to them. This was beautiful, beautiful panel. So yeah, I think those were all of our winners. And we hope you guys have enjoyed seeing all of those as I have enjoyed talking about them. So, of course, if you have any questions for me, you can always reach out at steph@ravepubs.com. Please hang out here on this platform and continue to watch all of those beautiful videos. And of course, we have only scratched the surface during this event today. There are so many more product videos, so you can check them all out at ravepubs.com/DSE. Happy, end of 2024, everybody. Happy holidays. Thank you for joining our last event of the year. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye, guys.